So we are about 10 days post Hyrox Glasgow at this point, and it's well at the system. We're kind of into the new training block, body's feeling good, and I just thought I'd show you kind of what I'm eating. And you know, it's probably not vastly different from what I've eaten in the past, but people seem to enjoy these full day of eating videos, so we're gonna send it. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get stuck in. Now it is just about coming up for 9:30. I've got a call in a few minutes. So we're gonna keep this quick, but what I've already had today is basically just my supplements, right? So supplement wise, I tend to start the day off every day with a scoop of greens. Right now I'm on the Ghost greens. I will also have some creatine, and then I will have some electrolytes with that creatine just mixed up together, and I'll have one omega-3 vitamin tablet, 2 vitamin C tablets, and 1 vitamin D. And I've had 1 coffee, and right now I'm going to make another coffee before this call, and then I'm going to come down. And if you've watched any of these videos before, or you know, or you follow me on Instagram, you know what my breakfast is going to be. But yeah, you're going to get a masterclass in how we do it. All right, so my first proper meal of the day is going to be obviously scrambled eggs on toast, because it is the world's greatest breakfast. Today's overall macro calorie targets are 3,000 calories with basically at least 200 grams of protein, which will be pretty easy with 300 calories. 300 calories? 3,000 calories. So I'm gonna make my eggs just now, and then I'm gonna sit down, and when I eat them, I'm gonna talk you through a little bit more about like what my current goals are, why my calories are set the way they are, and how I'm splitting up my food throughout the day. All right, the eggs are ready. Look at that. How incredible. So good. So we have 6 eggs and about 200 grams of toast. I put butter on 1 slice of toast because I'm trying to save those calories. And yeah, so the goal for me right now is I'm in like a light deficit, right? Well, maybe actually it's not so light, but probably on the more shallow side of a deficit than I have been in the past, because I'm just trying to chip away a little bit more body fat. Over the last sort of 4 or maybe more like 6 weeks, I kind of found myself in a bit of a funk, and I was letting habits slip and not really acting in accordance with what I like to act like around my food. And anyway, so I'm just calling myself out on it, and now that Hyrox is out the way, I no longer had that little voice like justifying things. So yeah, we're a bit of a deficit. We're gonna tighten things up again, and we're gonna feel good for it. So that's the plan for me. It is now 11 o'clock, and I'm having my first meal of the day. I like to push my calories back, because if I push my calories back, it means I find it easy not to eat throughout the morning, and now I can have more food later on in the day. It's not fasting, right? It could be, right? It could be, but it's not strictly fasting. It's just I push my calories back so I can have my first meal later on. And I have meals at like random time, not random to you maybe, but random times in the sense of I have breakfast at 11, I'll probably have my lunch about 3, half 3. I'll have dinner at fairly normal time, maybe like 7, and then my last meal will be my Ninja Creamy about 8, and that'll be me. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna eat and enjoy this whilst watching some YouTube, and I'll check in with you soon. Here we have my pre-workout meal. I guess you could call it meal number 2 of the day, if that's how we're going to talk. But pretty straightforward, this one. We've got 1 Cadence core bar, 40 grams of carbs, about 170 calories, 1 banana, and then 1 more coffee. That will be my final coffee of the day. But yeah, that's what we're working with. It all in is going to be around about 60 grams of carbs, 60 to 70 grams of carbs with the caffeine hit. This is about 1 hour before I go train. I'll have this, and that's me. Right now I've got a call with a dude who's considering joining Jack, so we're going to go have a consultation with him, and then quick change and hit the gym, and that's the plan. So yeah, I'll bring you along. Alright, we're off to the gym. It's just about to start raining. I feel like the gym isn't necessary for a full day of eating video, but otherwise I'm just in the flat all day and it's pretty fucking boring. So we're going in full body 2 of the week. We've got Bulgarian split squats, leg extensions, some incline bench, and chest board rows. It's a good one. Alright, so we've done warm up, calf raises, hip airplanes, and leg extensions, and then we've got one more set of split squats on the Smith. I actually wasn't going to use the Smith today, but I quite like it. I feel like with the extra stability, it just means I can focus more on what muscles are working. I feel like when I do it with a barbell on my back, there's a lot more balance involved. Yeah, I feel like obviously there is. Dumbbells is probably the best for me, but in the program I said barbell, so we're going to go Smith machine today. But one more set to go on each leg, then we're into the good bit, the upper body. Alright, warm up set and first working set of incline bench and incline rows done. So 2 more working sets, but these feel good already. I always feel like incline dumbbell bench is such a classic bro move in the gym, but always going to be one of the best. I think people shy away from like hybrid people, who I would consider myself someone who likes to train hybrid, shy away sometimes from doing, or maybe not hybrid actually, but functional fitness people shy away from doing classic weightlifting, bodybuilding style stuff, but really, like, if you want to look good, you have to do it. And I mean, I fucking love it, so good thing it makes you look good. Anyway, let's get cracking. Alright, gym and some bathroom mirror posing done. I don't know if that's going to make the YouTube, to be honest. It feels a bit cringe.
Some bathroom mirror posing done.
But also, who fucking cares, right? So anyway, heading home. We're going to have my lunch, and it is an absolute classic bro meal for lunch. But honestly, I feel like my diet and what I eat is quite plain during the week. I actually really like it, and I feel like when you start eating plainer foods, you then really start to appreciate the taste of plain food. It's really weird. Some of you listen to this thinking, what a fucking weirdo. But then when you do go out on the weekend or have something different on the weekends, you also really appreciate that even more. But anyway, I'm actually very much looking forward to my meal I'm about to have right now. Alright, so I said it was a mega brew meal, and I didn't lie. We've got mince, rice, and avocado, baby. It's gonna be incredible. I back what I said, when you eat plain foods more often, you just grow to really like them. I'm genuinely really looking forward to like plain rice with a bit of salt on there, a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna mash up the avocado, squirt of lemon, a little bit of salt in there as well. The mince is 5% fat. I cooked that yesterday with, what seasoning was it? Just like a barbecue, Sainsbury's barbecue seasoning poured over it. So that does have a bit of flavour. But honestly, such a good meal, so easy. And you make the mince all in one go. Well, I have 500 grams, so that does mean 2 meals. And then, boom, done. So simple. So fucking good. I'll put the macros on the screen, screenshot from MyFitnessPal, and that's it. How good? How good? It's whole foods. For a while I was eating just 2 meals. I was going like really big on my eggs and bread to start the day. I was having a pre-workout snack, and then now I would have a smoothie and I have a big dinner. But I just kind of felt like I should probably eat more like actual food. So I've gone back to this, and I do not regret it. All right, here we go. Not the prettiest, but fucking good, boys and girls. I just feel like this is such a bro meal. Girls will look at this and just be like, no way. Maybe not, I don't know. If you're a girl watching this, I bet you most of my audience is guys anyway. But if you are a girl watching this, tell me. And also, if you would actually eat this meal, tell me. I feel like this is a proper bro meal. Alright, we're gonna eat this. Enjoy it very much. Probably respond to some messages as we do so. And yeah, then I've got another call in about half an hour with someone else who's considering joining Jacked. The boy from earlier, Sinclair, he's in. So I'm looking forward to working with you if you're watching this, Sinky. And then we've got Greg later on this afternoon. And then I've just got a random few other bits and pieces of work to do. So yeah, but right now I'm going to go through WhatsApps with all clients and make sure everyone's got a response from me, who's asked any questions, and we'll crack on from there. Alright, just about to go into a consultation call, but I've had 1 can of Cadence Cola. Very good, extra electrolytes. I used to have probably, especially when dieting, 1 fizzy drink a day. So like can of Pepsi Max, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Iron Brew Extra, whereas now I've replaced it with these, and you just feel better drinking something healthy. So that's what we're doing. But anyway, we're getting stuck into this. Nice. Right. There we have it. The dinner is served. We've got potato wedges with chicken breast and mange tout. Looking pretty good, if you ask me. So I've eaten all my meals myself today because, I mean, I can't eat breakfast with Anna because she's at work, and I can't eat lunch with Anna because she's at work, and then now she's out getting her bloody hair done. Tell me about it. So we're eating dinner all on my Todd as well, which for me means I'll eat in front of the laptop and probably do some content bits whilst we eat, but I forgot my knife and fork. So see, when I was a kid, Mum would say we're having tatties for tea. I'd be like, ugh, boring. But now I really appreciate a good tatty. But anyway, I'm gonna eat this. I'll put the macros on the screen, finish eating this, and then I will be having my Ninja Creamy later on. Still on those. So actually, I feel like my full day of eating video is probably not that dissimilar. In fact, it's probably very fucking similar to the last one, which just goes to prove my point of your meals, and your meals should be similar, and you should eat the same things pretty often, because when you do, it makes your life easy to stay on track with nutrition and stay in the shape you want to be in. So if you take nothing else from this video, take that like the last time I did a full day of eating was probably, I don't know, January, and it's now end of March, and my meals are still predominantly the same. So I pretty much ate the entirety of my Ninja Creamy last night before I forgot to turn this bad boy on. But anyway, you saw that I had the dregs of it there. It was a full pint and it was absolutely incredible, as it always is. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. It is obviously the next day, but hopefully that's been useful. I think the main lesson from me that hopefully you're going to come away with is that your diet probably should look somewhat similar over the course of time. Now, of course, if you go back and look at my last full day of eating video, there's going to be some subtle changes in there, but generally speaking, it's actually probably going to be very, very similar. And that's what I want you to take away. The people that you know that are in shape and that stay in shape all the time, they probably do eat pretty similar meals. Now, this doesn't mean that like I'm a robot or that other people you know are robots. We just do it because it's important to me to look a certain way. I like looking a certain way. I like how it makes me feel. It's also part of my job, right? Nobody wants a fat PT. But also it makes my life easy to do everything else I need to do. So if you're thinking of, getting in better shape and you're wondering how to make it easier for yourself, I would advise stick with meals that are more simple, that you can repeat again and again and again. And then leave variety for the weekends, right? For example, this Friday, I'm going for sushi, right? We're going to go for date night with Anna. We're going to have sushi. It's going to be good. We're going to probably eat more food than what I would definitely eat more food than what I would normally have for dinner on a Friday. And it's going to be great, but I can fit that in because the rest of my week and everything else is very, very good. So that's what I'm thinking. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.